Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to game from night to first light, and today we will be playing Genshin Impact version 3.5, completing the Windblume event and all of the sub-events. And we have 25 days and 22 hours until Genshin Impact 3.6 maintenance, 7 days and 4 hours until Atelier Ryza 3, 28 days, 4 hours until the Mega Man Bound Legacy Collection, 56 days until The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, 122 days until the Atelier Mary remake, and 126 days until Pikmin 4. Now, let us jump right into the game. We have a lot to cover, and only 3 days to do it. Alright. So I have been charging head on in Ballads of Breeze. We only have 4 songs left to complete. But before that, we're going to take care of the other mini games and the actual story to Windblume. Starting with Floral Chess. Only 3 levels left of that to complete. No problem, no pressure. In this challenge, shifting the positions of some bookcases will open or close some additional paths. Okay.
Too slow.
Doing good so far.
Quit following me.
Ah! Got boxed in.
Quit following me. Too slow. Quit following me. Too slow.
All right. That was pretty interesting. Shimmering Wind. In this challenge, certain areas will be left in darkness. If they are restored to light, it might be easier to collect bloom balloons. Some areas of the challenge will be in a darkened state. After activating the light sources for these areas, brightness will return and new bloom balloons will appear. Simple enough. Alright, here we go. Well, that didn't turn out well. Oh wow, it's actually following me. Alright.
Quit following me. Quit following me. Too slow. Too slow.
Ah!
Quit following me.
Move, move, move! Ah. Well, I don't have enough points.
Too slow.
All right. One more. And then we just gotta take care of breezy snapshots. And this one is just everything.
Quit following me.
Ah! So close.
Too slow. Quit following me. Too slow. Quit following me.
Okay.
Quit following me.
Hello, welcome to the stream. Just gotta let my stamina rebuild again. Wait, so where is it?
Too slow. Quit following me.
Okay. Didn't realize the first time I got caught in that section that the switch was in the center. And that's everything. Now for us to try breezy snapshots. Traveler, traveler, please wait. What event have you got going on here? An event? No, no. I have neither the energy nor the ability for something like that. I'm merely someone interested in photo taking. I even had someone get me a camera and took a great many pictures with it. The people at the guild seemed to really like the pictures I took. Cyrus even said we could turn them into books and give them out as souvenirs. And well, you know what? Since it's the Windblume Festival, Cyrus requested that I go around Mondstadt and take various pictures related to the festival. He's planning on putting them together into a commemorative album to give out to the adventurers in the guild as mementos. But Mondstadt's a big place with lots of photo-taking spots, and I'm just one person. The other adventurers are also out on their own errands and won't have any time to help. I know that a festival isn't really the right time to be asking around for help, but please, traveler. I've heard that you're a dab hand at the camera, so please, help me out. Well, I do know a thing or two. Alright, that's a relief. So the rumors are true then. Anyway, traveler, in that case, allow me to formally request your help in going around Mondstadt to take pictures using your camera. Ah yes, why don't you use this camera to take your photos? I maintain it regularly, so it runs very smoothly. I mean, it takes a good camera to take good pictures, wouldn't you say? I'll be counting on you then. The pictures just need to be related to the Windblume Festival. Otherwise, there are no particular restrictions on their content. As for the reward, you don't need to worry. I'll follow the usual guild regulations. You won't be working for free. Now, I'll need to sort the pictures here into categories. Alrighty. Welcome to Mondstadt. First up, of course, a photo of the main gate. Do you remember to go to take a photo of the main gate? Keep the photo taking point right in your sights. You know, the bouquets, the carpet, the floor terraces. Take a good picture of all of them. During the Happy Windblume. During the Windblume Festival, the square will be packed with people. At the same time, it should feel free, like something was missing if we did not take a picture of the people who have come to take part. Guess that's what they call the festive atmosphere? Next, Windblume Leisure. What? You want to take a photo of us? I don't think that's necessary. I'm not a very photogenic character, you know? Take a picture of Lizzie or something. Or maybe Plowin. But if you really must take a picture of me, then let me finish striking a pose first, would you? Oh. It actually gives me the points. And the information. Okay. Use an elemental skill when the picture is taken. Ah. You must equip your camera and interact with the photo taking points to enter photo taking mode. The process is split into an adjustment phase where you determine the photo settings and a photo taking phase in which you can move and use your skills. During the adjustment phase, you need to first select your camera settings and then proceed to adjust the position and angle of the photo. Take note that the photo taking points must be within the camera frame. Once you have confirmed your settings, it is time to move on to the photo taking phase. During the photo taking phase, the angle of the finalized image will be decided by the setting you adjusted previously. During the photo taking process, the direction of the shoot will be indicated by the reflector beam. If you wish to adjust your camera settings again, you can tap pause challenge and return to your preset. thus starting the setting adjustment process over again. Once you have finished taking a photo, if you wish to continue taking pictures using the current settings, you can tap Keep Taking Photos to return to the photo taking phase.
Squall and fury. The wind rises.
That's one down. Alrighty.
Too slow.
Ah. Eh.
Add astro.
I'm running low on Mora presently, so I'm not going to be doing as many purchases as I used to. Alright, that's another one.
Squall and fury.
Character from Mondstadt. Okay, good. They didn't just classify Aloy as a character from Mondstadt. But I don't really use characters from Mondstadt, do I?
Yeah, let's go on a big adventure.
Okay. Okay, good. I didn't forget what exactly the event weapon was. I am going to try to get to level 90, just so I don't have to spend as much Mora to level it up later. But it's looking like I'm going to need a few more marked shells to do that, which means we're going to be hunting consecrated beasts in the desert again.
You want to use my hat as an umbrella? The audacity to even make that request.
Can I go catch up?
Useless.
All right. My traveling system works.
Behold. Upon the gale.
My fault for being so lazy.
What just happened? Oh, that's what happened. Got done in by Mistflower. Much better.
Clear weather.
All right.
Quit following me.
Wanderer trying to take out the ruins of Decarabian. Alright, now we just gotta do the ones in Dragon Spine. Simple enough.
Fundamentally speaking, there's little difference between snow and rain, yet people lavish praise only upon the former. Fate can be truly arbitrary.
Okay, I gotta thank the devs for this one. They were so nice, leaving us this little campfire to prevent us from dying of sheer cold as we do this challenge. Well done.
Wind rises. Too slow. Quit following me. Behold! The wind rises.
You have got to be kidding me. I thought it was right on the corner, right down here, but it's up on the cliff up there. Wonderful. Well, I'm not walking up there.
Into the wind.
Should have seen this coming. This is not the first time I've done this. It most certainly won't be the last. Nope. Three, two, one. The cold cannot have me. Preparing to do battle with Dragon Spine. And now for the last one, which is the easiest to get to.
I love it when it snows. The world falls completely silent, and I can sleep undisturbed.
Oh yeah, I can just use Niwa.
You're dead.
Clouds high, the birds call. One with nature.
Cry louder. Squall and fury.
Oh joy. There's something else I need to kill.
Evil conquering. Worthless. Here. Here. Worthless! Here! Worthless!
Alright, now where were we?
Yeah.
Alright. Thus ends Breezy Snapshots. Everything from the shops has been collected. All that's left are the 4 songs remaining in Ballads of Breeze. We have Contemplation in Snow, Pro Mode. Caprice of the Leaves, in Hard and Pro Mode. And Winding Through a Video, Pro Mode. That is the only thing standing between us and perfection.
Quit following me.
So now, we'll continue the story from where we left off. With these two in the corner next to the alchemy stand with a dubious mailbox. Alright. Cognition, ingenuity, praxis, ingenuity. Alright.
Relax.
Let the games begin.
We're back! Oh, but it looks like you two beat us. Welcome back. Did everything go well? Yep, we managed to find and talk to everybody.
We got back a little early, so we took some time just now to put the mailbox together. We got really lucky today. The vendors were feeling super generous, so we didn't even need to pay for the materials. It's just a shame that Kale got a splinter.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to working in the rainforest. I get splinters all the time. I've already taken care of it.
We've already wrapped up everything on our to-do list for today. So, all we need to do now is wait for everyone's letters to arrive. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you get some rest while I keep an eye on the mailbox?
You're definitely your master student, Sucrose. As long as you or Albedo are around, Paimon can relax and know that everything's taken care of.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Wait. Actually, there's one thing that still needs taking care of. Paimon's starving. Hey, Traveler, you wanna get dinner? Your treat. I'll go with Sucrose to return the leftover materials to the vendors. You two, go get a proper meal. We can't have anyone going hungry.
Yeah, now would be a good time for a break. Once everything is ready, let's meet up here again and collate all the information we've gathered.
Sounds like a plan.
Definitely suspicious.
Behold!
Paimon will have this one, and this one, ooh, and this one.
Hear that? It's the sound of Mora pouring out of my wallet.
Hey, Paimon's really hungry! And don't forget, Paimon's also ordering for you, too. It's not like Paimon's gonna eat everything by herself. Paimon is super full.
Is everything packed up and ready? What do you think about meeting up at 5 to go to my house?
Yes, everything's ready. I've packed some great wine and smoked ham. Oh, your parents will love it.
Ham? Look, we've known each other for quite some time now. Don't you think it's been long enough for you to remember that we only eat bacon in my house?
I must remember to get some milk today on my way home. Please, feel free to pay a visit to Cat's Tail anytime.
Enjoying the scenery?
Oh, Tone Deaf Bard! Are you here for some food as well?
Bacon over ham, people.
Oh, I can put something on your tab? Well, that's a pity. I already had a few drinks before coming here. I shall take you up on your kind offer another day. There should be no shortage of opportunities in the future. Anywho, you should be getting ready to thank me. I come bearing good news.
What kind of good news?
Behold!
Looks like a paper with a simple map and something like an incantation on it.
What is it?
It's what you need the most right now. The answer to the prophetic puzzle. Simply head to the location marked on the map and you'll find the lantern you've been looking for. However, if I were you, I wouldn't just go and reveal the secret right away. As you've seen, a lot of people have been laboring hard to uncover the answer. A secret is like a well-aged brew. The aroma from the bottle is sweetest when revealed in the company of friends. Then it's settled. I'll leave you to your business for now. Feel free to find me for a chat again once you're done working through the prophecy. Also, if you have some time, we could organize another fast-track love poem class.
Oh, you're starting that up again?
I sure am. Nobody else has signed up this year, though, so the duty to learn falls on you. Anyway, see you later.
Venti always looks so relaxed whenever we run into him. Paimon can't help but be jealous.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could I chat with you for a moment?
Oh? Who are you?
You may call me Scarlet. Just like you, I'm a traveler visiting Mondstadt from another land. Mind if I buy you a drink?
I'm not drinking today, but thank you for offering.
Leaving the door open for another time, I see. I can tell that you've dealt with a lot of people during your travels.
You can tell? Well, we are very experienced adventurers after all.
I can. That's why I tried to strike up a conversation with you in the first place. I was on my way to go shopping earlier when I overheard your conversation next to the crafting bench. From what I could gather, you are trying to investigate a bizarre prophecy?
Yep, bizarre is definitely the word.
Don't you think it sounds just like the kind of story that would happen in Mondstadt? Anyway, that's why I wanted to ask you a favor. If and when you manage to unravel the answer to the prophecy, could you let me know what it is? Not so much the prophecy itself, but Mondstadt as a nation. That's what I'm interested in. I was born in a distant land, but I have family and friends who once lived in Mondstadt for a long time. They said that it's a great place full of fairy tales and romance and recommended that I come for a visit. As it happens, someone I know has an anniversary coming up soon. So I figured this would be a good time to come here and see all the sights that she once saw.
What do you think about Mondstadt so far?
It certainly lives up to its name as the city of romance and freedom.
We think so too.
So, about the prophecy. Thank you. You're very friendly. It's been a real pleasure to meet you. I'll leave it to you then. I hope you continue to enjoy the city and have a wonderful day.
She definitely isn't dressed like a local, huh? Where do you think her hometown could be?
Please find me a flower that is not of this world, and a guide who will never get lost. Find me one who would never lie, as well as a legend that never ends. Huh? I never thought I'd have someone secretly following me, even in a free city like Mondstadt. Good day to you, miss.
That didn't take long. Riddle amidst the crowds. From 10:10 to 8:16.
It's time! It's time! Let's go meet Sucrose and Kale at the crafting bench!
Why is it that it's the dog that acknowledges my existence?
Hey, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups.
Nice work!
Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Next up, Windblume Festival Part 3, Joy Above the Clouds. Letters about a flower not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. Oh, I gotta actually read this. Tainari. After our conversation the other day, I went over the prophecies worded carefully. A flower that is not of this world sounds more like a logical paradox. Think about it. If a flower is not of this world, its existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer does not have to be a real plant. However, I must also note, with all due respect, that the person who came up with this riddle may not know all the plants in the world, and I dare say that no one could make such a claim. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plants as potential candidates for the answer. Attached is a list of rare plant species. I've added a short description to each entry, and I hope you can find your answer within them. Best wishes to you, Tainari. Albedo. A flower that is not of this world doesn't sound like an existing species or something created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe we should think outside the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years, I have now reached a conclusion. Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me. She hadn't yet decided on an answer at the moment of me writing this letter, so I won't be revealing my own conclusion right now. We can discuss it in detail when we meet, and I hope everyone will bring their respective answers too. I'll see you then, Albedo. Next, Sucrose. It feels strange to insert a letter into the mailbox I made myself, but I did find my answer. At first I thought that a flower created using alchemy would constitute one that is not of this world, according to the prophecy. But after giving it some more thought, I realized that instead of creating an actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism made of alchemical products might fit the description better. So I arrived at my conclusion. A clock in the shape of a flower. The long passage of life brushes past the timepiece, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The elapsing years stir the leaves, pushing the needle of time forward. Sucrose. Way to get philosophical. Alright, next. A guide who will never get lost. For this we have Mona, Bennett, Amber, and Mika. No one can confidently say that they will never get lost, but as long as their wish to guide and help others does not waver, they will become a ship that can traverse the waves eternally. I didn't perform any divinations before writing this letter, but I have a feeling that I will witness the truth behind the prophecy together with you all. So if you need me, just call upon me at my place. I'll be there. Mona. Might have to get a new controller soon. The left analog stick is drifting to the point where it's scrolling down in the text on its own, or making me walk forward on its own. Yet it only does this for Genshin Impact. Don't know why. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Before you came to me with this prophecy, it never even crossed my mind that I could be part of this. Well, as you all know, I'm probably the last person you'd think of when it comes to guiding others. I still have a long way to go, and I'm still trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everything in this world. But if you're asking me about who can be of help, my friend Fischl and her friend Mona, the astrologist, are both very knowledgeable and brave. I'd say they're probably the ones you're looking for. That's my answer. Wishing you all good luck, Bennett. Trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everything in this world. Guide is too grand a title for me, but I'd love to be everyone's friend. It's something I think I'm good at, and I'm an attentive listener. So do let me know when you feel lost. To use an analogy, I'm like a torch out in the wild that will help illuminate everyone's path, so long as it continues to burn bright. Everything written below is not meant for Kale. Dear Kale, if you're reading this, please turn away. I am really worried about Kale lately. She's recovered from her illness, but she still doesn't look all that cheerful. It feels like she still has things she can't let go of. Allow me to write down my wish here. I hope Kale can uncover the secret behind the prophecy and find her happiness. Wherever she is and whoever she becomes, I'll always be your friend no matter what. We're not the savior and the saved, but simply good friends. Amber. Alright, what are we going to get from Mika? Hello. I hope this letter finds you all well. I didn't expect to be asked such a question, which caused quite a headache at first. I only know how to guide people in a geological sense, but on the journey of life, I'm sure I'm still the lost kid who needs guidance of others. But upon seeing your question, I immediately knew what I can help with. I tried drawing a map showing vegetation distributions for Mr. Tainari and Miss Kale, as well as a dragon spotting calendar for Mr. Sino. Both are attached below. In the next few days, I will need to patrol with the captain and draw maps for Miss Lisa. So I can only support you with my well wishes. My apologies, please forgive me. I hope the map and the list will be of some help to you, Mika. Alright, next is one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. Sino, Rosaria, and Razor. You are correct to assume that I seldom lie. This has to do with my upbringing. As a desert dweller who has been living within the academia since my childhood, my unusual identity makes it hard for others to trust me. And it would have been harder still if I was not honest. As a result, I learned to talk less and speak no more than what is necessary. Uncovering the secrets behind the prophecy may come with its perils. If you need someone who never lie, I can join you. Sino. I must make one thing clear first. I am not someone who would never lie. After hearing your question, I thought about many things in the past in earnest, and I recalled many occasions upon which I lied. I often make up excuses to avoid choir practice. I also tell white lies too. Sometimes to make myself happy, and other times to allow myself to give up on some struggles. The nicest lie I've ever come up with is the one I told Varka. That I didn't want to stay in Mondstadt. Varka responded with another lie, and that was his advice to me. Your current abilities are not suited to life beyond Mondstadt's borders. I can't be the answer to this question, but I suggest that you consider what never lying actually means. Does it mean to never deceive, or to never lie with ill intent? It's a pity that I'm not the one you're looking for, but I believe that someone who meets the requirements will turn up. Good luck. Rosaria. She makes a good point. I asked my teacher to write this letter. It's much better than the ones I wrote. Many thanks. I don't lie. I trust you. Come to me when you need me. I will always be there for you. Razor. Finally we have a legend that never ends. Lisa, Klee, and Kale. Legends were created by humans. In that sense, no legend endures forever. And all stories must end in regret someday. But as long as a good story lives in people's hearts, it does in some way live on forever. That's the conclusion I've come to after years of reading anyway. Best of luck, little cuties, Lisa. Alright. Mom writes travel guides, but she did have friends who wrote fairy tales, so Klee's heard that a story its author spends their whole life writing will always be a good one. Klee. I think a legend that never ends should be a story filled with hopes and dreams. It works like a baton that's passed on from one person to the next, offering something meaningful to everyone that it touches. I was once greatly encouraged by such stories, so I think I'll be going with this answer. Kale. So there we have it. A flower that is not of this world. A guide who will never get lost. One who would never lie. And a legend that never ends.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates.
Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Saito. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively passed from one person to the next.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then?
You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
Wait! Wait for me!
Oh, Timaeus! What brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
Huh? This is kinda sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
Of course, of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying-R? Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Wait! So Ying-R is the girl from Liyue that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-R the whole time?
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-R's heart.
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-R?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying-R is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windblume Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-R to Mondstadt. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-R's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Ying-R?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes. I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination go to waste.
Thank you, Timaeus.
Ah, thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie.
Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other three. Okay, Paimon will do the honors. Ahem. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus.
Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name, too.
All right. We also have Klee.
That's me!
With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there? Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I'm a little worried, too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scry glass?
According to the prophecy, once we've figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern?
Oh, we know something about that.
What? Wow, that's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
This is it! We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy!
Can't see? The wind rises.
Alright. Sometimes it can be difficult to find that second crystal fly.
According to the map, it should be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look. Oh, it should be right up ahead.
Aww. I don't see any lanterns here.
Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the Lantern of Utmost Joy actually looks like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something? Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
too. Huh? It says to look up. But there's nothing above us. The wind didn't trick us, did it? Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
What?
Look! Look! The wind is blowing!
What a strong wind current. Let's ride it up and see where it leads us.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Here.
Alright, guess we're doing this.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this!
That really was flying. Oh, wow.
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Oh, good thinking, Kale. Huh. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look. Take your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment. Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
Well, all our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms, but I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy. Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
That sounds kind of smart, but why?
I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Mona, is there something wrong? You're not looking too good.
Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
Thank you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then... no. Could that person be...
Who could it be?
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Ugh, don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona.
I'll just do what Albedo said.
Yes. Let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Okay, then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world...
You can do it, Sucrose.
Then I would fetch a Tetratanic sweet flower.
All right, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
Kale, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is that I will be that guide. For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others. I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tainari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
All right. It's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person. I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Wait! The lantern just lit up! Whoa! All four sides of the lantern are glowing!
Huh? But...
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, all right.
Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
Huh. So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Huh? But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Ah, so you're Beast student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Well, what are you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no? The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there?
Mom?
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Oh, Dallas, I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
So I see everyone's here. Well then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this Scarlet's doing?
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story. Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table. That's right. We often met here to chat and have tea.
Then, what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing?
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhine-daughter, also known as Gold. If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning. If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world, and that they would all know each other?
The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors, but you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant as soon as she saw the message. We were just asking one thing of her. Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination. Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
Oh.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
Bye, Mom! Todoko says bye, too!
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's Windblume again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot. Ah, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windblume Festival to the fullest.
Okay, so we learned a bit from this. Now we know that it wasn't the Hydro Archon speaking to us when reality got overwritten, but rather Nicole, or N, only in Genshin lore.
Whoa! Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Huh? We're gliding the way down? Yeah, no. I'm gonna miss that floating island. Oh, crud. I just remembered I wanted to take a picture up there. But now I gotta run all the way back there.
Time to go. Follow the wind.
Okay.
can help. This is how it must...
Alright, I'm satisfied. It's gotta put everything back the way it was now.
Drat. You caught me.
This had better be important.
Alright, now we can go. Even though it's been a while since I've used Kazuha a lot, I still got the timing down.
Squall Fury. Too slow.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, you know, let it out.
I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just, a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Okay. Sure thing.
It sounds like you've still got something on your minds. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
It's nothing, really. It's just... Well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Of course, I didn't actually expect the supreme blessing to be real, but...
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windblume Festival Special Ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help... If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like... this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it.
But I'd say we still learned something new. Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know what I should do.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
Huh? Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar? I've never met her before.
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to Mondstadt.
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you... I mean...
Are you so happy just to see me?
Well, of course I am. I'm so happy that, I don't, sorry, I don't know what to say.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time. You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
Should we go see how they're doing?
Oh, I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
I am so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay too. Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all.
But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
Well... Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius?
I may have read about that in a book before.
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date. My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once, all with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do. Why don't you give it a try, Kale?
Okay, I'll try my best.
They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
This texture. Are these seeds?
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, I really hope that you'll like them. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my Windblooms for this year. I wish that the Animo Archon could also see how lovely they are.
Thank you. I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
Kale, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
Thank you so much. Really, I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy.
Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
forgot. Kale, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
Oh, really? May I?
Of course. Huh? What was that?
It was like a little cloud of happiness, and now it flew away.
Oh yeah, that's not suspicious at all.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it, and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tainari! Sino!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you. Sino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
Can you believe this guy? Huh. Let's knock him off his high horse.
Wait! I've got something to give you, too.
Huh? Kale has a gift for us?
Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windblume Festival. I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tainari, and Sino. During Windblume, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
But Tainari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt.
Whoa, are these really for us?
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
Mm-hmm, one of them. Both Padisauras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
And that's the final line. Wait.
Did you hear what? It's the academia.
The academia? What happened?
Alright, with that, Windblume's breath is done. Floral Pursuit is done. Breezy Snapshot is done, and everything in the event shop is done. Now, all that remains is the Ballads of Breeze. Oh, we also have the Vibro Crystal verification. We got 10 days for that. We only have 3 days and 7 hours remaining for Ballads of Breeze. So let's give this a shot. All right. It's gonna take a while to get back into the groove for this one. Ah. Oh well. Let's try, see if we can at least get all the other notes. Okay. Ah. So yeah. That was bad. These are definitely songs I need to be completely focused on. Alright, at least we got back up to Descantus with Pro. So everything is at least Pro now. Okay. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, at least there are no missed notes. Ah, spoke too soon. So yeah, it looks like these last 4 are gonna have to be something I do off stream, because trying to hit all those notes while paying attention to the stream to make sure nothing goes wrong, that makes things difficult, even at 0.75 speed. So we got 3 days to come back to this, and I will finish them. But for now, let us go on to the vibrocrystal research. But first, yes, constant retrying. I ended up trying Dance of Aphros like 50 times. And in the end, it was always the beginning that tripped me up. But I realized that there was a pattern to the notes that I could easily keep up with on the controller. But there was a problem. I was hitting the buttons too fast. So I actually had to increase the speed up to 1.5 times just so the beats could keep up with my fingers. I know that logic sounds very messed up, but it worked. What just happened?
The wind rises.
Alright. That's all the purchases we're going to be doing. Like I said, I'm running low on Mora. I'm going to be focusing mainly on this coffee shop. Going to be purchasing coffee beans from them constantly for the next 100 days. Suspicious. Suspicious guy from Fontaine. This just doesn't qualify as a reproducible experiment at all. It's not that I don't want to help you, Patrice, but seriously, good luck to you here. There's nothing I can do here. Might as well go find something to eat. Yes, maybe some bamboo shoot soup might do. Well, then you're pretty far from any place to get some, mister. Aye, that's true, that's true. Wait, who are you? And why are you in this Archon-forsaken place? Suspicious. You calling me suspicious? Yeah, where did you appear from anyway, Paimon? What are you saying? We came here together, did we? There's gotta be something Paimon can say in response. That's right. We're very suspicious indeed. But as some guy from Fontaine, isn't your presence here even more suspicious? Huh? Is that how I appear to others? Well, you are from Fontaine. That's right. The two of us are adventurers. So it's at least kind of normal for us to be here. We are definitely a strange sight to see. Well, it does make some sense. Well then, CL the Adventurer. Well met, then. And might I have your name, Flying Fairy? Paimon's Paimon. Fair enough. Then I too shall introduce myself. I am Anatole, an engineer from the Fontaine Research Institute. I shall be plain with you. I am here at the behest of my superiors at the Institute to conduct some research. Into Liyue Kazin? Liyue Kazin is interesting, but I fear not. The Institute is an organization dedicated to the study of machines and energy. Though I do wish that we would have a gourmet department. That would be a capital notion. Well, I'm getting off topic. The sum of the matter is, I have a colleague who entered the Institute at the same time as me, and has been researching mineral and elemental energy. If you've been around these parts, you might have met him. His name's Patrice. Does that ring any bells? I think I sort of remember. Paimon can't really recall much about him, but there was a guy from Fontaine fiddling with rocks around here. I'd wager that was him. Unlucky Patrice. According to his research directions, he would need a large and specialized batch of minerals from Liyue, but due to some budget and test site funding issues, along with other well-publicized reasons, so he couldn't conduct the experiment then. That's right. One day he took all his remaining funds and experimental equipment and vanished. Everyone said he had finally gotten tired of the Institute and up and left with the Mora. So the Institute sounds like yet another antagonistic organization. I must say that I've always believed that he could finish his experiment, and I never stooped to gossiping behind his back, unlike some people with nothing better to do but talk behind others' backs. In any case, he finally returned alive and well a while ago, and with experimental results to boot. Ha! Truly, the pioneering spirit of the researcher lives within him. According to him, he went to Liyue directly and set his experiment up there. And after overcoming various unimaginably tough obstacles, he finally finished his research project. Well, isn't that great? What does that have to do with you, by the way? Well, it's complicated. As I said before, things play out quite unfortunately. His experiments were in fact an illegal act. Not that I don't understand, though. If he had followed normal procedures, he would have been filing out application forms and official statements for half a month and then some. But of course, there was no one who could verify the experimental procedure, and the data he had produced was overly detailed and complete. To quote the review document verbatim, it is almost as if it were simply spun out of thin air. Are you kidding me? I worked hard on that data. Patrice insisted over and over that the data's completeness was due to the invaluable aid of the local adventurers guild. But the people upstairs weren't going to believe that. And so, according to regulations, someone must reproduce the experiment to verify the data he obtained. So you mean some unlucky soul will have to come over here from Fontaine to do his experiment again, right? And who's that unlucky duck? Oh, who is it, I wonder? Well, it's me. I'm your unlucky duck. Patrice is a good fellow, so I did, in fact, want to help him. But I only realized when I got here that though the minerals we need are easy to find, it's basically impossible to do this experiment by oneself. Wait, but why? Patrice did the experiment by himself. So I have to as well. I think that was their idea. Anyway, this organization can be blown sky high for all I care. The Institute was once rocked by a massive explosion during a particularly catastrophic experimental failure. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, that explosion did not take the strange and redundant process and the overly complicated management systems with it. And they have returned, new and improved. Well, that is interesting. Tell me more about this explosion. Forget the data verification experiment. And even if I don't use the allocated funds, it will only go towards a futile lightening of next year's budget. I might as well go to Liyue and have a good meal. Oh, no wonder you were rambling about bamboo shoot soup earlier. But if you leave now, what about Patrice's research? If I hadn't met UCL the Traveler and Paimon, I would have already given up by now. But could you help me finish this experiment and get the verification I need? I can see that it is not beyond your abilities. As for your remunerations, if we exclude travel expenses, we should still have 30% of our total funds left. Well, it's not really about the Mora, is it, Zio? Well, do it for Patrice. Thank you so much. Alright then, allow me to go through the content of the experiment. We can judge from the records Patrice left for us that there exist minerals known as vibrocrystals. When the transmitter crystal, half of the vibrocrystal set, has been stimulated in a certain way, it will release a certain energy that will trigger a resonance with the receiver crystal half. This association is referred to as harmonics. It seems like these harmonics can produce a certain energy of sorts of resonance that will affect some specific targets. Anatole? Have you really read his notes before? It's about right anyway. These invented terms are just window dressing anyway. When it comes to experiments, only the data will never lie. In summation, you have to engage in combat within several experimental areas while under the effects of the vibrocrystals. Can you do that for me? Well, you could have said that sooner, you know. Seal's really strong, so it'll be fine. Alright, let's begin as soon as possible. It's just... Yeah, what are you doing? Sighing like that again. Bamboo shoot soup. Oh, stop dwelling on it already. During the Vibro Crystal verification event, you must split your characters into 2 parties for the challenge. Before you start combat, you may equip each party with a Vibro Crystal Harmonic Schema. Combine transmitter crystals and receiver crystals to obtain different combat buffs. Each transmitter crystal can only project its radiation upon one receiver crystal, but each receiver crystal can receive transmissions from 3 transmitters. Using different transmitter crystals to trigger receivers will increase their effects. Check the Vibro Crystal Harmonics description to see the extent of which these buffs may extend. As the challenge proceeds, successfully triggering the harmonic response between transmitter and receiver crystals will accrue harmonic points. When these points reach a certain amount, the harmonic strength will increase, granting characters combat buffs. All party members' crit damage will be increased. However, if you do not trigger a harmonic response and within a certain period of time, the harmonic strength you gain will fade. During the challenge, you must defeat opponents that constantly emerge to obtain points within the allotted time. Of those opponents, nemesis will provide more points. Once the challenge ends, you will gain different insignias based on the number of points you have gained. Time to begin Vibro Harmonics. And we only have 3 levels available. The last 3 unlock in 6 hours 44 minutes, 1 day 6 hours 44 minutes, and 2 days 6 hours and 44 minutes. All right, let's set up the teams. See what we got in terms of harmonics. Let's see. Okay. Blazing receiver effect. Your character's power damage will be increased. Don't need that. Alright, this'll work. All right, let us begin. We got an Aggravate team and a Hyperbloom team.
Everyone hold hands!
Don't blink! With sword comes shadow. Hey! Don't blink! Got lucky that time.
Sharing my knowledge. Everyone hold hands.
Incinerate!
Hey!
Speed of light! Nowhere to hide. Motion to compel.
Everyone hold hands.
Incoming. Time for your arraignment.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Don't blink. Hey! With sword comes shadow.
Hey!
Speed of light.
How amusing. Wretched vermin.
Boom, boom! Don't blink. Cut to the chase. Incoming. Hey!
Sharing my knowledge. That's my turn a little.
Don't blink.
Everyone hold hands.
Incoming.
Grow.
Nowhere to hide.
Behold! Upon the gale.
Speed of light. Hey!
Alright, time for the second half.
Order guide you.
Ring cutter.
Scatter.
Illusion shattered.
I will have order.
Now you shall perish. There is no escape. Witness the power of Google.
This is order.
Illusion shattered. No, my sword. Let me read you a verse.
Here you are. The process of elimination.
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Order guide you.
Witness the power. Illusion shattered.
Diffract.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Ring cutter. Shine down.
Flicker.
Alright, gold. The Hyperbloom team could use some work. I'll just keep using my Niwa rather than the Trial Wanderer. Perfect.
Don't blink! With sword comes shadow. Get to the chase!
Hey! The Temple of Wisdom!
Invisible evidence!
The wind rises.
Everyone hold hands!
With sword comes shadow.
Stop!
Incoming! Get to the chase!
Hey!
Speed of light!
Cry louder. Falling.
Committed to memory!
Nowhere to hide. Incoming! Hey!
Grow, grow, grow!
Time for your alignment! Incinerate!
Committed to memory! Yeah!
With sword comes shadow.
Everyone hold hands!
Speed of light! Hey!
Hey!
Incoming! Motion to compel! Breath of flame!
This might hurt a little.
Speed of light!
Squall fury.
All right.
This is order.
Let me weave you a verse. Huh? Illusion shadow!
Scatter them again. Crumble. Order guides your might.
Witness the power.
Here you are. Draw, defract.
Let me weave you a verse. There is no escape.
Flicker. Scatter! This is order!
Witness the power! Shine down!
Here you are. Following orders.
New country.
Target practice.
The process of elimination. I will have order.
Illusion shattered. Where do you think you're going? Now you shall perish. Ring cutter. Shine down.
Following order.
Lucky today.
Scatter.
Try to keep up. A new country.
There is no escape.
Order guide you.
Stabilize.
New country. Lucky today.
Inazuma shines eternal. Let me weave you a verse. Shine down.
Alright, a bit slow at first, because I chose Yanfei fighting Pyro Slimes, but we picked up pretty quickly. So Hyperbloom is definitely good for fighting. The Hyperbloom team is definitely good for fighting large groups. Especially if it's just treasure hoarders. So here we got Hydro Mimics. Oh, we actually got a Dea demo here. Ah, yes. I should have chosen Kazuha for the initial fight. It would have turned out much better that way. Let's see. Focus everything into elemental damage. Alright, transmission will trigger after a character takes damage. Transmission will be triggered after character triggers a Vaporize, Overload, Burning, Burgeon, or Pyro Swirl. And also triggered after a character takes the field. Here we go.
I see everything.
Incinerate!
Wind strike.
Time for your arraignment!
Into the wind.
Cut to the chase!
Grow, grow, grow. Share my knowledge. Take.
Boom, boom! Now we're
Wind and cloud!
I see everything.
Incoming! Cut to the chase! Don't blink!
Commit it to memory.
Breath of the flame!
Into the wind!
With sword comes shadow. Motion to compel. Incoming.
Well,
Time for your arraignment.
Everyone hold hands.
oh no, you don't.
Don't blink. Cut to the chase. Speed of light.
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me. One with nature.
Hey,
Don't blink. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Incinerate!
All right.
I will have order.
There is no escape. No, my sword. Witness the power.
Here you are. Defract. Order guide you.
Rain cutter. Shine down.
Scatter. I will have order.
There is no escape.
Gather.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me lead you. Shine down.
Here you are. This is order.
Witness the power. There is no escape.
Defract.
Shine down.
I will have order.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me lead you approach.
Scatter. Order guide you.
Illusion shut. Witness the power. Good work.
This is order. Rise.
All right. 3168. Highest record yet. And we have enough. Let us take a shot at Auric Blaze. I do not need more Pavonius warbows. But I'll take a spare Barbara. All right. Alright, that's just about how much I'm willing to put into this banner. So the rest of this won't unlock for another 3 days.
Keep up.
Yeah, I'm more worried about Mika right now.
The wind rises. Shine down. One with the forest. Cha. 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 Enshroud. Huh. Cha. Cha. Let's nip that in the bud.
Ship boom boom!
Well, that ended quickly.
Quit following me.
They never stood a chance.
Squall and Fury. Too slow. Behold.
So if I come from high enough, they won't have a chance to escape.
Can't see?
What the?
The wind rises.
Okay, so whatever they did to the physics in the last update, Dendrocore is now dropped to the bottom of the lake. Which is strange. Before they just floated on the surface.
Illusion shattered. One with the forest. Keep up.
Want a taste of my hammer?
Squall and Fury. Upon the gale.
Oh. Okay. We just found a chest. I thought I picked this place clean. Don't mind me.
Want a taste of my hammer?
There is no escape. Can't see.
I guess peace was never an option.
Place my hammer.
The wind rises. Quit following us, alien sex. You even want this?
Yeah, this is technically in Midland. So I never would have even picked it up. With the map percentage.
Too slow. Swollen Fury.
Alright, let's see if the Wanderer can handle this. A Geo Bishop.
The wind rises. Wretched vermin! You're dead! Behold! Quit following me.
All right.
Enshroud!
Because of that Dendro slime, one of the boars got away.
Keep up.
I wasn't about to let the second one get away too. Yep, it's underwater. Ah. Okay, so we've managed to finish up the majority of Windblume. We got started on the Vibra Crystal event. And it's already almost 11 o'clock, so it's not a good idea to start up the Spiral Abyss. So I think we are just going to end it early today at 2 hours and 49 minutes. So, thank you so much to everyone who came to watch the stream today, and those who come to watch the playback later. And once I finally do perfect those last 4 songs, I'll be posting them all into the Ballads of Breeze playlist. And later this weekend, we will be playing through this cycle of the Spiral Abyss when I am actually fully awake. And for those of you that have watched my Octopath Traveler streams, I have also been busy trying to figure out a strategy to exact my revenge against Galdera. I have a plan, but it's going to take a while for me to actually implement. 2% drop rate long. Yeah, I'll give you more details on it as I go through collecting everything I need for this. But I will tell you that it's going to be awesome. And with this, in just 1 hour, 10 minutes, we will be 7 days away from playing Atelier Ryza 3. That is a game I am most definitely looking forward to, and I hope to see you all there for the many streams I do for it. Alright, that's all for now, and I will see you next time.